Coming up next, we have the Wandsworth Sunday Roast. So stick around for that.
Join Elliot Stewart and his special guest. Be there with your ears. Okay, now, wow, I am very excited. So excited, I can't. It may be raining, it may be sunny, it may be just a Sunday, but it is me with you, listening with your ears and no other part of your anatomy. If you can do it, then you are a wonder. And I wonder whether I was going to spend my time today on my own. Because poor Joe Scott is under the weather, which isn't very nice weather, but she's being looked after by Connor. Now, he's not here either, but I've managed to fashion some kind of human being. I basically took a little bit, there was a lamp over there, some cables, bit of string, bit of paper mache, a heart of gold, and the loins of a lion, or possibly the lion loins, I don't know. And what horrible noise does he say when he is produced?
Hello.
Oh, hello, it's you.
Hello, yes, it's me.
Mr. Mark.
That's right.
This is the Kark Megan lookalike.
Absolutely.
It's really good to hear you and see you there, and here you are now in front of me.
I am indeed.
Yes.
At short notice.
Yeah, but I was on the train, and I sent a little message saying, help! Like that. And basically he came to help me, which is really rather cool. I did a little dance on the train. I've done that. I did that on my stag do. Were you there for that? Did you see me doing a lap dance?
You did some pole dancing.
I did some pole dancing. Not Poldark dancing.
On the train, yes.
Dancing in the Dark, which is a song by Bruce Springsteen?
Yes.
I was going to say Forsyth.
Yes.
Did he
talking of which, I think
you were going to do
it.
Go
joining us.
Go on.
All right, look, I'm giving you a 12.
It had to be some sort of chocolate item, which is 12. It's more thing. Now, I don't eat chocolate, but if you want to win this chocolate now, you need to tell me, who does the worst impersonation of Bruce Forsyth?
All the best.
All the best.
It's a matter of opinion.
I think we put off a lot of people, but
that's not my Bruce impression. I've got a wasp in my mouth.
I thought of that. To work better in rehearsal. And here is
I started with a visual gag, and I'm on radio.
And there you go. Didn't see that coming.
Well, yes, yeah.
And now here is a song by a band. If you're listening with your mind, you will find that you are in the Wandsworth zone. Here where anything could happen as long as it's in the local area. This is Kark Megan, an ordinary man doing an ordinary job, but in an extraordinary manner. He works in a local shop.
Yes, nothing exciting ever happens in this shop. But I like working here anyway. But tonight, as I go to lock up, it's unusually foggy for the time of year. And there's flashing lights.
Oh, excuse me, is the disco meant to be here, mate? I'm Kevin Dryice. I provide local mobile discos for people in the middle of the night. It's like a silent disco and the opposite. Do you want it here?
Right, but you're also green and you've got 6 arms and tendrils hanging from your nose.
Yes, that is the case. What's your problem, mate?
Well, are you sure you're not some alien who's been sent ahead to start the invasion of Wandsworth?
Hang on, I'll just check the paperwork. What planet is this?
Planet Earth.
Planet Earth. What century?
The 21st century.
What's the date, mate?
The date is the 6th of November, 2016.
Oh, no, mate, no. 2017. I'm a year early. Oh, has Trump, taken over the galaxy yet?
No, we haven't had the election yet.
Oh, has Jeremy Corbyn basically ascended to heaven and become like a sexy devil?
Not quite.
Oh, okay. Has Poldark become, less sexy because he keeps... The horse takes his shirt off and the mat sort of... Is this planet Earth, are you sure?
It is, yes.
Oh, right, okay,
But how did you find out about planet Earth? Was it through listening to the Duran Duran single back in the 1980s?
Oh, the band so good they named them twice?
Yes.
Yeah, this is planet Earth, bup, do-up, bup, boo-up.
That's probably enough for copyright reasons.
Oh, sorry, yeah. No, I was just, that's my son, boo-up. Do-up, bup. That's his name. Yeah, it's, so...
Well, he's purple.
What?
You're green and he's purple.
Don't get racist with me.
Does he take after his mum?
Yeah, because she's from the planet Rybenos.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so... But what, is this a corner shop?
It is.
Do you sell corners?
We sell fruit corners.
Oh. Well, I'm allergic to fruit.
Oh, right.
But I'm not allergic to corners. If you scrape the fruit... I'm sorry, that's... What? Oh, no!
Oh! Was that alien flatulence? Was that the microphones having a bit of a tizzy?
That's a good name for a band, isn't it? Alien Flatulence.
Don't interrupt the dramatic narration. Who knows what will happen if I press this button in the Wandsworth zone? Well, awful.
I don't know.
I know. If you watch the video of "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" with Elton John and Kiki D, I'm being very careful what I do now. Elton John is a nice gay chap, and I think Kiki D is possibly a lesbian. And if you see that video, they look very awkward together. He kisses her dungarees, and they've got to sort of do coquettish kind of like.
That's not
lovely,
a euphemism. That was a fashion item in the 1970s.
And it was one of these moments. If you watch the video, it's so cringy. Not the song, just the fact that these two people who quite clearly have no interest in their opposing genders have to pretend to. It's doing it again. Can you hear that?
Can.
Yes, I don't know. If you are providing this noise, ladies and gentlemen, it can't be a better noise than the song I'm about to play now. Because we've been monkeying around loads. But would you be interested in a band who are called Rainbow Toes?
What a great name for a band.
It is. No, it is. It not just is a great name.
It is a great band. A real name for a band.
Because Freddie Valentine, who is tuning in, he's a very strange and naughty cabaret artiste who does singing and whatnot, and not much whatnot, but quite a lot of whatnot. What? But he does have a wonderful band who are called Rainbow Toes, and their new album is called something I will remember in a minute. It's not called that. I've just forgotten.
Which would be a very weird name for an album. Something I'll remember in a minute, yes.
It's something Avalon. He's probably listening in going, get it right! Well, I will get it right in a minute, because I'm about to play your song. Well, that was the amazing sound of Rainbow Toes, and my mates are Primates. Now, we could have done...
No need to brag, Elliot.
Pardon?
You said your mates are Primates.
They are, and you're a bit of a monkey, aren't you, sir?
Like
your lovely
yes.
Victoria referred to as an animal? What bit of an animal are you? Pepperami?
He's a bit of an animal. That's advertising, isn't it?
It's other small. I was going to say other small, horrible tasting thin sausage things are available, but I think pepperami is the only unpleasant thin sausage thing that you can buy in a plastic wrapper. Do you remember? They're horrible.
I'm sure there's some sort of knockoff versions of it.
Yes. So if you know me well, know my small thin sausage. Let's not go there. Okay. So I'm going to play now something that's not quite as hip and happening as that. It's a jingle. Enjoy it if you must. Oh, how controversial. She's in love with someone of the opposing gender, which is, I mean, we were talking about Elton John and Kiki D earlier on, and good luck to them. Are they getting married now? Have I just invented that?
I think you've just made that one up.
I just invented that. We've got to watch
Elton's married to David Furnish, isn't he?
He was, because he was, furnish, that's a verb, isn't it? He can furnish people with things.
You can do, yes.
Yes, but you can't John people with things or Elton with people.
And isn't he a designer by trade?
Yes.
Ironically.
That's what he does. Is that how he met? Was he designing something and Elton went, he's weird and tall looking, I'll fall for him then, because he's quite big, isn't he?
Well, I think everyone's quite big compared to Elton.
Well, don't say, because he's an angry man.
Tall-wise.
My wife often, at Christmas time comes up, and they play that Elton John song, which I kind of like. It's kind of good. But she says the problem with Elton John is she doesn't like him and he's charmless. But also she says...
Apparently he speaks very highly of your wife.
He does, yes, it does. Is the fact that he's so angry that no one wants to tell him that they don't like him because he's a furious little man.
Is he?
He's an Oh, yes!
He seems quite jolly when he's on Graham Norton. And
did you not see those documentaries?
On the Hootenanny?
Yes,
Hootenanny. Tantrums and Tiaras.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. But I don't get the impression that he's a particularly laid-back gentleman.
Well, he's a Watford supporter. That's probably,
does that not help?
Well, it's probably quite tough at times.
Yes. Oh, now
says a man who supports Crystal Palace.
I was going to say, are they doing well?
Oh well, they're not so well lately.
Well, it's not the word you would use.
Yeah,
terrible is probably the word that you would use.
They lost in the last minute yesterday, which was a bit of a downer. Yeah,
exactly. So how much did they lose now?
Only by the odd goal.
Okay, and also an odd goal, like a particularly surreal one, like the ball came in and turned into a fish.
That would have been,
that would have been interesting.
That would have been surreal.
Because I don't really think football is very interesting. I was stuck in a pub just now, and I ordered my chips, and I didn't get my chips because it was too busy in there. And basically, I got really frustrated and got my money back and everything. Meanwhile,
we've got this sort of creaky heckler.
We have got the creaky heckler, which is a great name for a band.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Now this is
the In Love with a Boy. The artist behind that was called Kaya Stewart. Is that a relative of yours? Now doing shameless plugs for your family?
Later on, but not everybody who's got Stewart at the end is related to me in any way, shape or form. Rod Stewart, I did have an uncle, a theatrical uncle called Rob Stewart,
yes,
who featured in Digby, the Biggest Dog in the World. He was a train driver in that, and he's a cool, peculiar actor man. And I know my dad doesn't listen to the show anyway, so it's all right. But he was a massive man in panto, and he was rather.
Oh no, he wasn't.
Oh yes, he was.
Yes.
Find out later if he was. Later on, of course, I forgot to say that we are going to have an exclusive interview with Smooth and Terrell. Actually, it's Jo Scott, who was meant to be here today, but she's ill, and I hope she gets better.
Get well soon, Jo.
Yeah, we're telling you to.
I gather Jo's lost her voice, so if anyone finds it, please could they hand it in to Lost Property.
Exactly. So if it's gone missing, and if any other noise that she makes has gone missing, we can obviously hand that in to... I mean, what other noises can ladies make? Should I not ask that? He's giggling. He knows something I don't know.
Well,
you're like the laughing cow. What is the laughing cow laughing at? What does she know that we don't?
Is laughing cow appears on cheese, is it?
Yes, which is weird because, I mean, obviously cheese comes from cows, but I've never seen a cow laugh.
No.
I mean, obviously...
Well, not at your act, anyway.
Yes,
you've never seen a human laugh at your act.
Well, I'm just going to press this button now and hit you repeatedly with this random object. If you can guess what the random object is, you win it. Yeah, I don't know why we played that kind of music. Hello, Mr. Mark.
Hello, Mr. Elliot. Yes.
You're a bit loud, aren't you? Hello, sir.
Oh, so is that
now, I was going to say it's quite important to make ourselves attractive on air. Now, what do ladies like? Because I like ladies plural. Lady one, I just have the top lady that is my wife, and you have ladies your wife as well. But we should at least make other ladies enjoy what we produce on air, if you like.
Little bit of wax on your hair, I think. Just
is there? Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. I was playing with a candle earlier on, so there you go.
There you go.
So, yes. So I was thinking we could do some sort of costume drama or lack of costume drama. What is the Poldark is the thing?
Well, a little bird told me that we actually have the Radio Wandsworth answer to Poldark coming up in the second half of the show.
What's it called?
It's called KLAYPOLE.
It is called KLAYPOLE.
Yes.
Is it based on the guy who played KLAYPOLE in Yenterghost? It has Yenterghost.
Yenterghost.
No, Yenterghost. Is that with Barbara Streisand?
Yes.
No, it's not. But we're going to do that, are we?
That's actually I think Hollywood execs probably Elliot won't be here next Sunday. He'll be in LA meeting to pitch his cross between Yentl and Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Yenterghost.
Yenterghost.
Where the ghost of Barbara Streisand haunts Billy Murray. Actually,
Yes.
no, both of those people are still alive, aren't they? Despite rumours to the contrary or the opposite. Or did you see the remake of Ghostbusters?
I haven't, no.
It's okay. I mean, in the sense that I mean that it's not good or indeed bad. And it's got some... I don't know how I feel about it. It's one of these things, it's not as terrible as people say it was, but it's still not that great anyway. So it's difficult to comprehend. What is the best... Or what's the best movie you've seen this year anyway? You were telling me about the van or something, wasn't it?
I saw The Lady in the Van when I was on a plane, ironically.
Okay, so
next
week you're going to be in a van and you see Lady in the Plane.
Lady in the Plane.
So who's it written by and what's it about?
It's written by Alan Bennett, and Dame Maggie Smith is this sort of lady who lives in a van. It does what it says on the tin.
That's great,
in
isn't
his
it?
driveway. But of course,
so is it kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy or the opposite, really?
No, it's based on a true story.
But so is Guardians of the Galaxy. So I mean, so is it anything like Guardians of the Galaxy?
I don't think it's anything at all like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
Except that they both have "the" in the title, don't they?
They do have
Lady in the Van, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah. So apart from that, it has nothing to do with Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, none
at all.
No.
I'm absolutely not really drawn to it now. Try and sell it to me as if it's like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, well, it's got some characters in it.
Okay, so has Guardians of the
There
Galaxy.
are some trees, and
Okay.
one of the Guardians is a sort of a bit of a tree-like
So there's
thing.
kind of a sort of I'm Groot sort of feel about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And,
it's in
and there's a
sort
woman.
of-
Gamora is a woman, and there's a woman in the van.
yeah, a lady,
So
in
I'm
fact.
selling
yes.
it to myself now. That's pretty good. So, and is it part of the Marvel universe? Because everything is now.
Well, it's part of the marvellous Alan Bennett universe.
Yeah, because is he an Infinity Stone, isn't he? Alan Bennett is one of the Infinity Stones himself.
Oh, I don't know.
Are you an Infinity Stone,
Bennett,
Alan?
He sort of speaks like that, doesn't he? Because he comes from the north.
And he's
And
quite that's sexy.
He sort of makes
Yeah.
things which shouldn't be exciting kind of amusing.
Like biscuits.
Yes, biscuits.
Mm.
Yes, my mother came and bought me a custard cream. Not a full packet, just the one. But she said it was on special offer this week.
So it's not a lot like Guardians of the Galaxy, really, is it? Not really.
Not really, no.
There aren't a
it's
range of
kind
biscuits involved with the Marvel universe, really, as far as you know.
No.
Okay. But
Biscuit Man is just waiting to happen, isn't he?
Crumbs is his
Yeah.
catchphrase, and definitely he just goes to pieces. He should just pack it in.
He
Now,
should
the
do,
now the
shouldn't
thing
he?
about Alan Bennett is he's not featured in the next song at all, but he might be. So listen in, see if you can hear Alan Bennett in the next song. Hey, there he is. These conferences, about as exciting as a dull thing. Sorry, that was really dull. Not very good at saying hello to other humans.
Hello, human. There you go. It's easy.
Oh, yes, like that. So it's all the usual faces. Well, no one I know, but, the faces that look usual, normal, and 2 eyes, 1 nose, mouth, teeth. So not quite sure how many there are.
Teeth?
Faces, people from all different places. You're from Reed's Badge. Canberra.
Cambria.
Oh, sorry. Isn't that a landmass?
It's my name.
Oh, sorry. You must get that all the time. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
What does yours say?
Phil.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not going to ask my last name.
No,
You will.
I won't.
You will.
Well, I will now because you're hyping it up. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
So is it philanthropic? No. Let me guess. Colin Spectre.
My dad's Scottish.
Oh no, he doesn't.
He does.
He works as a dentist.
Yep.
You poor thing, Phil.
Phil McCavity. It's okay.
Could be worse. You could have been called Claude Bottom, and your dad could have been a nudist lion tamer.
Yeah. Or no, hang on. Are you ready? No. I've got one. My dad could have been a lumberjack, and I could have been Tim Burr.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Are you really Phil McCavity? Or are you just making this up?
No.
You are. You're just doing that so we have something in common.
Well, we also breathe oxygen, and are humans. I mean, I could have used that.
Well, actually,
Actually, what?
I'm not.
What?
I don't breathe oxygen. I'm not even from Earth.
No, get away. Me too.
You're not.
I am. Where are you from?
Fazaxtron near the Andromeda cluster.
Oh, Zarazon, just off the maze of Stella Fafuma.
So you're not Phil?
So you're not Cambria?
Because my translator is set to Earth English.
Yeah.
My real name, well, it roughly translates as Boba Nono Zaza Tropa Papapalala Munetana.
Sorry, I'm not very good with new names. Wait a minute, isn't that the collapsed black hole of the Cacrus thing that plunged into the universal hordes of Imperial galactic factions in the Bubble Fringe Warlords, Fractic Cosmos, Elbow Grape, Metal Tron, Outside Most Wooden Wheels Warriors, from the... Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. You must get this all the time.
It's all right. Yeah, my parents loved the collapsed black hole just off Cacrus 5 that purged the universal hordes of the Imperial Galactic faction of Bubble Fringe Wolfoids during the Cosmic Elbow Grape, Metal Tom Cruise Ankle Wooden Moist Wheel Warriors. So, yeah, what's your real name? Your non-Earth name?
Oh, well, I'm just, well, it's Phil, but with an F and 2 L's.
Isn't that a verb? Oh, sorry, you probably get that all the time.
Interesting thing, you brought me into your surgery today, and you're a vet, but now you've moved on to human animals.
That's correct.
And my wife said I'm a bit of an animal, and she wanted you to look at this. You see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I won't be able to delete it from my memory. I'm rather sorry that I have seen it now.
Yes. Do you want to see it again? Maybe
well,
you'll get used
insist,
to it.
yes.
There it is there.
Right. It's not quite as shocking on the second go round.
Again? Third time? You're getting quite bored with it now.
Yes, I think I am, yes.
No, I'm not quite sure what to do with it. It sort of hangs there, you know, not where it normally should be.
No.
It's got a few sort of little spots, a bit of hair, and I think it's sort of a face. What should I do with it? Because my wife is worried, you know. I walk around and sometimes it's there and sometimes it isn't, and I don't know what to do with it. Can you lance it off from me or something?
Right. Well, what you've actually got there is it's actually a sporran. I think that you've been to a fancy dress. I did. A Scotsman and...
Scotsman, yes.
Scotsman. And you took off the kilt, but for some reason the sporran got stuck.
Yes.
Yes. And so the sort of furry, sort of dangly thing is in fact
artificial.
A sporran, yes.
Yes. Okay. So how does one remove the from this area here? I've removed all my clothes, as you can see.
Yes.
Look. Oh, yes. Just arrange that a bit. And I was just wondering, how does one remove a sporran that's become glaciated? Is that the right word? I'm not a medical expert. It's becoming glaciated. Is that the right word?
Well, it's become entangled.
Entangled is
better.
Entangled is better. Yes. They're not pre-tangled, which is a prequel to a Disney movie.
Yes.
Or more tangled, which essentially will be the sequel to that movie. So I've got it here, tangled, as you say, or entangled, or could you untangle it for me?
Well, I could, but you need to pay me a large fee first.
Oh, I have a large flea.
Right.
Here, look, it's a little blood-sucking thing here with the face of Donald Trump.
Yes, well,
it's unique. You could freeze it and put it on the front of your doctor's surgery and say, "Look, I'm not an expert. I don't know about you could say I'm not a blood-sucking parasite. I'm a doctor and I'm here to help." Right.
Well, that might be quite interesting, but obviously the large fee has the advantage of enabling me to go on a Caribbean cruise.
Oh well. That's my second question.
With my late wife. She's not late at the moment, but obviously she has a very large life insurance policy and she could find herself accidentally slipping over at the side of the ship. Yes.
Well, I was going to ask you, that's my second question. Would you like to go on a Caribbean cruise with me?
Well, why didn't you say so before?
Well, I'm a sick man.
Yeah.
But, myself being myself, I'm joined here by a expert on time travel animals, Mr. Carkmegan. Mr. Carkmegan, it's been proved a lot of the time that people think they see the same animals again, like that repeaty bit in The Matrix with the cat. Are we seeing the same sheep, or as in all sheep look the same, or are these sheep time travels?
They are indeed time traveling sheep.
Okay, how can this be proved? Because I'm not being sheepish, but all sheep look the same to me.
Well, what about the black sheep of your family?
Well, I said we're avoiding racism all times, and metaphorical as well. But I mean, if I look out there now, I can see a chaffinch. Now it looks a lot like the same chaffinch I saw in 1987. Is it the same one?
In fact, it is. Yes, it's travelled through time. 29 years, in fact.
Okay, so why would a chaffinch travel in time? I mean, you know, I don't have the brain of a chaffinch. People have often said that to me. So basically, what's the situation with time travel? Which animal do you think? I mean, the dodo. Where's the dodo? I mean,
Well, it's dead.
Well, is it though? Is it? Has it just travelled in time?
It couldn't master time travel, unfortunately.
Okay, now I mean, you yourself are a human animal.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't invented time travel yet, but you're saying spiders, chaffinches, mooses, the pink panther, who is fictional, they've invented time travel. Why haven't we?
Because our brains are wired differently. Yes.
Okay, so I mean, if
we're more concerned with sort of inventing things like Facebook.
And the Pink Panther, who's fictional.
Yes.
Yes. Now, a lot of people have pointed out to me that I am me. Okay, now, if I was a time traveller...
Sad but true.
Yes, I am myself. I got myself to blame. I'm a self-made man, and it's nice for me to take the credit for it. Basically, I was going to... Or the blame, even. I was going to ask you... yes.
When you say ask you, do you mean that sheep?
The sheep over there. I was going to ask you, what that sheep is doing in the, you know, in that. What is the sheep doing over there in that small blue box? Exactly. Wait a minute. I'll take this mask off. You're not Mark Keegan or Kark Megan. You're a sheep in human clothing.
We have come to take over Wandsworth Radio.
Okay, well, I feel a bit sheepish about this. Is that okay? Thank you, Mr. Sheep.
Bye.
Now that was the news. That was the Newsly Truth, sponsored by Imaginary Muesli. And we've got the person who produces muesli now. He's a gentleman from, I think it's not Denmark. Where do you come from? From Amsterdam, is that right?
That's right, yes.
Now, you produce Imaginary Muesli that the news is sponsored by. Later on, we're going to have the Smooth and Terrell interview, which is sponsored by your new muesli. Newsly, is that what it's called?
That's right. It's new and it's muesli, so we are calling it Newsly.
Now, what can you pour on it? Because normally with cereals and stuff, it's milk. But you're saying milk is over. What is the new thing that you can pour on your Newsly?
Yeah, well, there's no use crying over spilt milk.
No.
So what we recommend is that you put some honey on there.
Okay, that's good. And I was going to say tears, because there's rumours that you've been getting rhino tears, getting rhinos very upset, and pouring those tears onto your muesli to get that kind of like African vibe. Is that true?
That's right, but you know, rhino tears don't grow on trees.
No, they come from the eye glands of
the
rhinos.
The eyes of rhinos, yeah.
Which is a great album. If you've never heard Eye Glands of Rhinos, it's a very good album. But you yourself used to be...
But not as good as the new Smooth and Terrell album. I think that's better.
They're coming up in a moment.
That's right,
You yourself used to be a pop star. You basically used to go pop on a regular basis. Is that right?
I did. And I also entered the Dutch Song for Europe in 1983 with a whoop, bang, bling, long, do.
That was very catchy. I remember
that.
That's
what.
It was a very short song. That was it, wasn't it?
That was it,
blim,
yeah.
Blom, blam, blom, blom, blom. About 38 seconds.
That's right.
If you say it very slowly. But that was about two. I'm not an expert. So would you now, because you sponsored this interview, would you like to hear the interview with Smooth and Terrell, sponsored by Newsly, Pour Your Honey on It and the Tears of Rhinos?
That's right. I'd like to hear that interview.
It's got Joe Scott in it.
Right now, yes.
Would you like to hear it?
Get well soon, Joe.
Yes.
And now on Radio Wandsworth, the first episode of our new costume drama, Claypole. So then, Mr. Claypole, you may be wondering why I, the family lawyer, have called you to this meeting. Well, I'm here because we have the reading of your late father's will, and he has bequeathed you a mine.
A mine?
No, not a mine. I know you come from a mining family, but due possibly to an administrative error, you are the inheritor of a mime, a chap who kind of draws windows, pretend windows, and can step through them.
I see.
Do with him as you may.
Well, I've got to put my shirt on first. I've just naturally took my shirt off. And I've got to get on this horse. I'm on the horse now. Right. Where do I take the horse to?
Hello, Mr. Claypole.
Oh, I'm gonna get off the horse. No, back.
It's
like falling off a horse.
I've been your loyal servant for nigh on 40 years.
Minutes. 40 minutes.
That's right.
40 minutes. Yes. And
working down them mines has given me a cough.
yes, you've been hacking a lot in a modern sense.
That's right.
Well, I've got something to tell you. My heart belongs to another.
And who be that?
I don't know, but I can feel it in my manly water. That I need a love. I need a woman. A manly woman. I mean, a womanly man. A man who likes a woman. A woman who... I want to be with a woman that understands me.
I am a flame-haired temptress.
Oh, hang on. I've got to take my shirt off again.
Oh, yes. I am here to tempt
I've got to get on the horse.
Yes.
I'm on the horse now. I'm on the horse. It's easy as falling off a horse.
Though I am merely servant girl to the mime whom you have recently inherited, I feel I can tempt you.
I don't know. Could you put them away, please?
Oh,
Yeah.
the dishes?
Yeah, put the dishes away.
I'll put them away.
Yes, because my heart belongs to another.
Who's the another?
Well, I don't know how to put this. What I'm about to say will be very difficult for you to hear, because I'll say it in a whisper. My heart. That's not helping at all, is it? Could you come closer?
I can try.
Show me your big red waxen locks.
Yes.
That's the only way I can lock this door, with those weird waxen locks of yours.
Not so quickly.
Who are you?
I am your arch nemesis.
I don't know who you are. How can you be my arch nemesis if I don't know who you are?
You know me.
No, I don't.
We played together as boys.
Pardon?
Yes.
That's just a rumour. Played badminton. Yes, we did. Hang on. Who's that Irish gentleman over there?
I'm Gregory.
There's an Irish gentleman over there. I think he needs to tell us something. Hello there, right? It's time for shameless plug. That's right. We're stopping all the historics now and the hysterical historics because we're sitting next to you right now. Mark Megan, is that your name? Mark Keegan.
Well, no, yes. I'm Mark Keegan.
Now, you have a bit of a comedy show I've heard a lot about.
We have a whole of a comedy show.
All
not
of it, not half of it. Tell me more about it here on Shameless Plug.
The next one is coming up on Friday, the 25th of November.
Where?
At the Colour House Comedy Club at
I don't
Abbey
believe you.
Mills.
What
yes,
time?
It is. At 7:30. Well, the doors are 7:30.
Yes.
I mean, not the old 1960s four-piece.
No.
But the doors open at 7:30, so you can get in, and then the show starts at 8 o'clock.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's going to be on. Will there be funny people involved, and can
There
you name
will be.
any of them?
Tim Ozzy I probably can't
You
remember.
can't name any of them.
He
Useless.
always does this to me.
Why
I
are
didn't
you
write them
trusting
down.
this man?
But yes, check the Colour House Theatre website for updates on who's appearing, and then a date for your diary. We're doing a Christmas special, not quite on the last Friday of the month in December, but the third one. So that's Friday,
16th?
December the 16th.
16th.
Yes, and we have got the return of Seldom Differ.
Oh, what's that
Yes.
then?
They're a fantastic sketch comedy trio.
Right, I've heard a lot about them just now.
Daniel Aldrett, who was down at the club last month and
Right.
stormed it, so he's coming back.
Right, okay,
And
yes.
some of our fabulous acts we've had earlier in the year will be returning, and it's going to be co-hosted by the wonderful Gary Hollick, who's well known to Wandsworth
He's been on
radio
the show
listeners.
in the guise of somebody else.
He has.
Shall we go over back to Poldark spoof Claypole?
Yes.
Let's see what's going on there, shall we?
Yes. I'm Gregory Legover. Yes.
And
I am your arch nemesis.
No, you're not. Hang on.
And I have secretly bought a share in your mime.
No.
Yes.
How many shares do you have?
I now own 55% of your mime.
Well, I own 50% of Cher. Her hair. Sonny, on his deathbed, bequeathed it to me, so I have half of Cher. And you just have shares in a mime. That doesn't speak anything to me.
No, because I've also bought some livestock, including your prize sheep, and in fact, I've got you, babe.
If you enjoyed that fantastic spoof, then obviously your mind was somewhere else. The mime could be somewhere else. Who knows? But I want to say thank you, and I will, to the amazing, fantastic, and not last-minute addition to this fantastic show that is the Sunday Roast. Mark Keegan, thank you so much for coming along and entertaining me with your mouth in a humorous way.
Yes, well, thank you, Elliot. Yes, we've had quite a lot of sheep-related jokes here, haven't we?
We have, and that's, yes, that's sort of...
If there's any
a bit woolly, to be honest. Yes.
Lamb product people who want to sponsor us in the future.
Indeed, I mean, if you are the ghost of Bernard Matthews and you want to come back from the dead,
he was more turkey, wasn't he? Than lamb.
Well, I think he would roast anything.
Well,
basically, you give him an animal. He's looking after my pet dog. I come back, he covered him in batter. And that's more of a Scottish thing. Yeah. And I've offended Scottish people and Norwich people now. I do apologise, and I have to live in the middle.
Because he had turkey drummers, and I always thought you should have had
terrible
some
medical condition.
Chicken bassists as well.
Yes,
like a whole band. You could,
and huge crunchy cod pieces. Apparently, again, that's a medical condition that you can do nothing about. But I would like, again, I know we haven't got a large entourage here to clap. Just clap like that. To say thank you, Mark, for coming. It doesn't work with two people, does it? It just sounds really pathetic, like we're clapping each other, which is again not a medical condition. No. But next week we have, I think, Joe Scott. No.
Get well soon, Joe.
Yeah, get well soon, because you're going to be back here next week. Conor Darrell, part 2 of the Smooth and Terrell.
Smooth and Terrell?
Yeah,
like
we're going to do them.
Feast.
Yes, indeed. And we might
famous
even...
Geordies.
We might even play more of the amazing Rainbow Toes, whose band... Did you remember what it was called? Avalon is Heaven or something? I've forgotten the name of the album.
Hang on. I said it was like paying a combined tribute. Breakfast in Avalon.
Yeah, Breakfast in Avalon.
Yes.
So we're going to end the show with their fantastic song that's still good, and it's My Mates Are Primates. Tune in next week. My coach has turned into a pumpkin. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.